Okay, I'd like to welcome all of you to our weekly opportunity meeting for pool funding. I'm Ace Fletcher, and we're being hosted today by Hunter Rodriguez in this call today on Zoom. Welcome to all of you. This is going to be interactive, so you'll have the opportunity to ask questions or present your, whatever contribution you want to make to this meeting today. We welcome all of you to participate as you wish. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this part of the meeting. Who would like to go first? If you have a question, you got me and you got my full attention. So you as I said earlier, get your information from the horse's mouth. I am the founder and creator of Pool Funding, and I'm open to any question from any of you that would like to ask, or if there's people here that want to share their, as a member, what their experience has been like, feel free to do that as well. Who would like to go first? Well, let's break the ice with Hunter. Hunter, how about you kind of as our host today, tell us about your experience in being a part of Pool Funding, how it's been going for you, how long you've been with us.
So I've been in the community since early March, if I recall correctly. So it's been a while. I was with the second wave of folks coming from the US. And overall, I'd say my experience has been pretty good. I've met a lot of great people in the community, and I've actually been sort of a gap filler for help. And in terms of helping everyone, I'd say I become a sort of I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It's been a long day, but suffice to say, it's been an excellent community to be a part of. I've really enjoyed meeting so many excellent people, and I'm
Yeah.
really glad I get to help everyone.
So you got involved in digital currency quite a bit a while ago, long before you joined Pool Funding. How long you been involved in digital currency?
For about 13 years now, I think.
Okay, so what
Yeah,
year
that
was that?
sounds about right.
Back in 2012 or
Back in
2011?
2011, yeah.
2011. Okay. So
And I started that.
was that
Go
Bitcoin at
ahead.
first, or where'd you get started? What kind of
Yeah,
why did you get, that goes back many years. So what kind of made you decide
yeah,
to be a part of digital currency?
yeah. I basically started with Bitcoin because I actually came from a bit of a tech background before that. Early on, I'm an unabashed techie, and I'd heard in several forum posts about this thing called Bitcoin, and at first, and this will never not be funny to me, but at first I thought it was just magic internet money.
Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh.
But
Well, some people have
I
called it
started to learn,
that.
yeah, but I started to learn more and more about it, and I realized, hey, that this looks like it has legs. This looks like there might be something really good here. So, of course, I started learning more and more about it. Then I started learning about other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, Ethereum when it launched, Monero, etc., etc. And that eventually brought me to quite a few communities. Full funding is one of the latest ones, but I'd say I've been keeping up fairly decently.
What makes you most excited about the digital currency space?
Well,
I mean, you've been with it for a long time, so why are you part of it today after so many years?
well, if I were to pick one of the most exciting things, if I were to just pick one of those things, then I'd probably say that it allows you to make transactions anywhere in the world. And you don't really need anything other than an internet connection, really.
Mhm.
You can send money to your friends halfway across the world for pennies, even, or in some cases, even nothing at all.
All right, great point.
And we could go really in depth as to my sort of ethos insofar as crypto goes, but suffice to say, I believe that at some points, crypto will act as a sort of supplantation of the fiat currency that we know today.
Mhm. Right. Okay. So thank you for that contribution. Is there anybody else that'd like to chime in? Basically, in a nutshell, pool funding provides funding you don't have to pay back. That's our general concept, and then from that we have a whole system where we make daily contributions to the system, and so that we can position ourselves to come out with positive cash flow on a daily basis. In the digital space, it allows us to do this. We're not impeded with boundaries and barriers that you find in the more traditional currencies like paper money. Moving paper money around can be very challenging in the world. With the whole world being as large as it is. It's very easy to convert from paper money to digital. Then the whole world opens up, and then you can move money around, like Hunter says, for just a few cents, per transaction. So your experience, Hunter, in getting in and out of paper money with digital currency, what's that been like?
So I'd say over the years, it's actually gotten a lot easier. And I've actually been working on a document that outlines, among other things, how people can do that.
Hmm.
One of the ways that some people choose to do that is by using a crypto backed debit card, like, for example, the crypto.com card.
Right. Which
And
is
then, of
that is
course,
that Visa? Is that a Visa or MasterCard?
yeah, that's a Visa card.
Right.
As far as any merchants would be concerned, it just acts like a normal Visa card.
And you can use that at an ATM, right?
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So there's so many of you that I recognize, and I'm just looking for a few names that I don't recognize. Okay. So anybody else want to make a contribution today to our um, opportunity meeting?
Hey Ace, it's Dean.
Hello, Dean. Welcome.
How's it going, brother?
And you're in Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sure are. Yeah. Hey, man. We've been addicted to crypto for a while. I've done a lot with crypto. I've tried to trade crypto. I've owned almost every kind of crypto coin at some point, and I love crypto. I think crypto is going to be the answer, and the reason we got interested is because I believe it's going to be an answer to the fiat currency at some point. I think that day is coming. We're going to see it. It's all up in there, but I love what I've seen out of crypto. Pool funding, man, you got it going on, Ace, and we're loving. Hey, I just reached my 150th day,
Ah,
so
congratulations.
yeah,
So
there you
so your account's been growing, right? So how much
go.
funding has come into your account?
I think it's almost twice that, about 2,900 or something like that. I'd
Wow.
have to go look, but it's been good, and that's just one account. We have our four. We're working on another four, and it's I love it. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And would you say the scalability of pool funding is what's most exciting about the opportunity?
Man, I would say that the things that are coming up, especially with AI and some things that are in the works. I think it is fixing to be scalable like crazy. So I love what you're doing with AI. I've had conversations with Garrett. It's what 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 you can do with AI right now is just absolutely amazing. And that's going to help a lot of people. Everybody who doesn't ever want to talk to anybody, which that's everybody, here, let my AI agent do that for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. So you're kind of opening up a topic here. So let's go there a little bit.
all right.
So pool funding originally as a concept was, okay, how do we provide people daily cash flow and funding that they don't have to pay back, right? So that was the original concept of pool funding, and we built a system built on the idea of exponential growth built by the people bringing in, building the community. Okay, so in order to be qualified to receive funding that you don't have to pay back, you have to bring two people into the community in any one of our pools, and then from there, in that pool, you can start enjoying positive daily cash flow after just a 3-day qualifying period. So those videos covered that. When I started the meeting, I played those videos that covered that information, but sometimes it's good to go rewatch that. So feel free to go to the YouTube channel and rewatch those videos, and it does cover that in a lot of detail. So with just two people, if you're in the $10 pool, for example, two people and you're qualified, you're receiving $20 a day, and you're making a contribution of $10 a day to the system. And there's a lot of different systems out there when it comes to funding. One that comes to mind is crowdfunding, right? A lot of people have heard of crowdfunding, and that's in itself a system of creating funding. So pool funding is an innovation along those lines of how to provide funding, because let's face it, the banking system has several challenges with it. One being that whatever funding you get from the bank, you got to pay back. So if you have an alternative where you can receive funding you don't have to pay back, that would be worth looking at. Wouldn't you agree, Mark? Well, not Mark, but I mean Dean.
I agree. Absolutely. I agree.
So sorry, well, Mark's sitting right above you on the screen here, so I was looking at him.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's
Anyway,
okay. I second that, Ace. It's
Yeah.
okay.
okay, just second the idea of the alternative to a bank where you got to pay money back, getting funding you don't have to pay back is definitely exciting. What's great about it is it's scalable. So you can start with just two, and then from there, each account holds up to 4 referrals. So with 4 referrals, you could, in the $10 pool, you could be getting $40 a day. Again, you're making a contribution of $10 a day. That leaves you with $30 a day left over. Times 30 days, that's $900 a month in positive cash flow. So you can then raise the necessary operating budget to scale up to the next pool, which would be the $100 pool. And in the $100 pool, same thing, you just add a 0, right? So it takes 2 to get qualified. So let's say you and you build your team in the $10 pool, and then you get a couple of them to come with you into the $100 pool. So after 3 days of a qualifying period, then you're achieving $200 a day in positive cash. I mean, not in positive. You're receiving $200 a day. You're contributing $100 a day, leaving you with $100 a day in positive cash flow. So right there, that's $3,000 a month. Okay, in money you don't have to pay back. And then you get your 4 referrals to join you in the $100 pool. Now you've got $300 a day in positive cash flows, to about $9,000 a month. The same thing's true in the $1,000 pool. You take that all the way to a full account. You got four people sending you $1,000 a day. You're sending out $1,000 a day. You're left with $3,000 a day. $3,000 a day in positive cash flow. That's beyond life-changing. That's, all dreams can come true, right? When you have $3,000 a day coming in, right? And
That is awesome.
Yeah, and it's not that you have to
Yeah.
wait for it. It's coming in as a flow. The whole point is to have daily flow.
Yeah, daily pay.
And you're not limited to one account. You can have multiple accounts, so you can, as you bring people into pool funding, then you can end up with more accounts. If you had two accounts, full in the in the $1,000 pool, that each one would be bringing in $90,000 a month. That's $180,000 a month. So really unlimited. The potential here is unlimited, and out of pocket. If you bring a couple of people in right away, and if you have trouble doing it yourself, you can use our AI system to do that for you. So that way, everybody, regardless of what skill or whatever abilities they might have, it doesn't really matter, because with AI, it can make up for that. Everybody should be able to get qualified. Everybody should be able to scale up. Everybody should be able to achieve their funding goals, whatever they might be. And that's what's exciting about pool funding. AI in itself is turning into an additional product service that we're going to be kind of packaging into what we're doing. We believe that we can be one of the first to deliver a customized personal AI agent, which you can basically have it do whatever you want it to do for you. Let's say you got a birthday party coming up. You got 30 people that you want to invite. It could invite all 30 of them for you, and it can send out text messages, emails. It can make phone calls for you and do all that inviting for you, saving you a lot of time. And that just is one example of a personal use case for using an AI agent. You'll be able to give your agent any name you'd like. Some people might even just want to have like a clone of themselves, and you can go as far as even having the AI just be a representation of yourself. So it's you can do quite a bit when it comes to customization on these AI agents. AI has kind of like been the hot topic for the year 2024 all around the world. Everybody's talking about AI, and it's probably going to be bigger than the internet. So you think how big the internet is and what that was like rolling out the internet in the 1990s. AI is, yeah. I mean, I was just looking at a website today that was built 100% with AI. Like wow, the whole thing built by AI.
Yep.
And so
Sure.
it's the possibilities are endless, even for people that don't have technical skills. AI can then, fill in and take, uh, you know, fill that gap where people don't have the skill themselves. AI can, is learning and how to do everything. So the world is changing quickly. We want to position humanity in a way that as the world changes, humanity still has money coming in. Okay. I mean, if you really take this, if you extrapolate the potential of the technology, when you combine AI with robotics, what job couldn't that do? Right? It'd be like such a minute number of jobs that the combination of AI and robotics as a technology, it could literally just take over everything. So this makes us have to rethink what it is to be human. What is our role in a world where technology could do all the jobs? And obviously, the world operates on money, and so without money, that's not a good thing. And if the only way to get money is through a job, and AI takes over those jobs, so pool funding is kind of answering that question ahead of time. It's like, look, fine, let AI take over the jobs, let robots take over the jobs. There's a system where we're pulling money out of the market. That's where all the money is at, by the way. If you look at uh the supply of money. Take all the money that's in the world and put it into one pot, and then look at where most of that money is actually sitting. It's not in the economy. It's actually in the market. So it's up there, in being traded in one form or another, whether it's a stock or a bond or a cryptocurrency or whatever. That's where most of the money's at. Like, most people be surprised that it's a very significant number. Like, I'm being conservative if I say that 80% of all the money is sitting in the market. If you take all the money in the world and where is it sitting, it's in the market. 80% would be a very conservative number. I think it's much higher than that, based on what I've looked at, the information I've seen. And if all the money's sitting in the market and it's not serving the people in the economy, that's why I think we're facing so many challenges today at the economic level, because there's a lack of money in the economy because it's kind of just sitting idle in a market. So we have found a way to tap into the market, pull money out of the market. So this is why we're structured the way we're structured, as like a pump, pumping money out of the market. I mean, I have an image for that here. Let me just share that real quick, just to put this in graphical terms. That's not the one. I like that one too, but that's not the one I wanted. Let's see here. That's what I want right there. So most opportunities actually take money from people, and I would say the economy, and send it into the market. Okay, that's what most opportunities do. Pool funding, on the other hand, takes money from the market and showers the people with funds that they don't have to pay back. So this is, I believe it's going to have a positive impact economically as we get much larger. My vision for pool funding is very large, not just millions of people, but way beyond that. I believe that the idea of pulling money from the market, getting it back working in the hands of the economy, and then we could develop what I call a luxury economy, where every man, woman, and child can live a life in dignity and not be, dealing with such things like poverty and hunger and some of these other things that we see in the world today, where there appears to be a lack of money.
Yeah. Hey, can I add something to what you're saying?
Yes, please do.
So, not only do you pull the money out of the market, you turn around and give it to those who just signed up,
right,
and are not qualified yet.
Correct.
And so take care of those at the very start of the chain. And I really think that's the most important thing about what you do, is you give where it's needed, and that's to whoever just joined. That's the most important person on the list. So
right, because we want to help them get qualified. It takes two to get qualified.
Yes. Right? Amen, brother. I love that.
So the whole thing very circular if you think about it. So the big pot of gold sitting up there in the market, okay, we've tapped into that. But when we tap into it, it's with the intent to help those people that are not qualified yet. Right?
Yes.
And so they get regular payments, even if they haven't made any sales or haven't recruited anybody, right?
Yeah. Yes.
They get regular payments. So there's a rotator involved, so things go on a rotation. It's not daily. I wish it was daily. It'd be, and I think at some point we could make it daily, but we got to kind of grow into that. But right now, I'd say it's, 3 to 5 days in most cases. So basically, you're doing a rotation like that, and the newest members are benefiting from that the most. The ones that just joined and are in the process of getting qualified. And of course, there's a 3-day qualifying period. So, and hey, isn't 3 days much shorter than 30 days? Most opportunities have you go through a 30-day qualifying period, right?
And again, your emphasis on those who just joined is awesome.
Yep. And so we're inviting those that are here looking at pool funding, as could be one of those people where we actually have something to offer you even before you're qualified, or even before you've made any sales or you brought any referrals aboard. We do have something for you as well. Regular payments do come. and it's coming from the market. So,
Yeah,
all
thank
right.
you.
That was great going in that direction. I appreciate that. All right. Does anybody else like to make a contribution today? Share a testimony? I think a lot of people do like to hear, how long you've been in, how much funding have you received. People love to hear that. If you would like to be willing to share that, I mean, I could share my own, but of course, I'm the creator founder. I've basically the way pool funding is structured, it's a level playing field. In order for me to get funding, I have to do what you got to do. I got to be qualified. It's the same thing. So the rules apply to me as much as they do you, and it's just a level playing field for everyone as far as how people receive funding. That's the beauty of a decentralized system, and that's what we are.
Hi, Ace.
Yes, go ahead, Karen. Karen's in Canada, right?
I am in Canada. Yes, I
Um,
am. And I've been with Pool Funding. I just checked. I've been in for 138 days. I'm a member of the $10 pool and the $1 pool. And so far, my earnings with the two pools is around $3,800.
Wow. So
And I'm thrilled with that.
you've already received $3,800. Congratulations. So
Thank you.
the system works, right? So just as advertised,
I think so.
it does as advertised.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
the sooner you get two people, the better, right? So
Exactly.
that's when things turn into positive cash flow. Excellent.
Exactly.
Thank you, Karen.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Let's see here. I'm going to go to the chat. People are chatting. Let's see. I can't figure out how to unmute myself. Oh, okay.
I think I just did.
You did. You pressed on the microphone.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
Hello, Shelley. Welcome.
There you go.
I don't know.
Hello.
I had some kind of brain fog thing going on, and it's very easy, but I could not figure it out till right this second.
And I think you were invited by Leslie, right?
Yes, and I see Leslie. Hi, Leslie.
Leslie's wonderful. She's
Hi, Shelby. Thank you, Ace. Thank you so much.
all right.
Welcome, Shelby.
So Shelley,
So-
you have a question or you have a
Yes, I had a question. So this AI agent
yes.
that can find our referrals if we
Yes.
don't want to do that. So what does that cost? That must come with some kind of a
Correct. Yeah, right
Okay.
now, we're kind of in transition. The AI thing is fairly a new aspect. So let me kind of share my screen and show you what we started with. And it's now becoming, instead of leads done for you, it's going to be, have AI, bring you some people that signups. You get paid signups basically, right? So right here when you first log in to your account, it looks like this, okay? So and then you have a button here that says buy now, done for you lead generation. Well, this is now turned into, instead of leads, so for 5 leads, you're going to get 1 sign up, and for 10 leads, you're going to get 2. So we're basically wrapping up this segment of when we launched this campaign, where it was basically, hey, we'll have some leaders of our community process leads for you. And we were kind of hoping that if you had 10 leads, you probably get 1 sign up out of that process. But then we got kind of looking into AI and how AI could do a lot of this just for us. And so that's what's happening right now. So we have the beginning of an AI system that is now processing the leads for us, and it's actually doing everything, including onboarding people, and so I mean, yeah, it can do every job, not just
but how do we pay for that, or how much does it cost?
Yeah, so basically, you can purchase by clicking here, and these were set for $50 for 5 and $10 for 100, but now it's basically $50 for 1 sign up and $100 for 2 signups. Okay, and then you get it added to the rotator, and then and we'll just fill your order in the rotation. Okay.
I see.
So right now, we're in a transitionary moment as far as how things look. But just realize that we're basically saying, hey, it's roll the dice with 5 leads. Maybe you'll get a sign up, maybe you don't. Now we're saying, no, we're going to get you a sign up. If you pay $50, we'll get you a sign up. And over here, maybe you get maybe 1 sign up out of 10 leads work for you. Nope, we're gonna say you will receive 2 signups. So basically it's $50 each per sign up at this point. The price on that will likely go up, because there are obviously a lot of moving parts and those things got to be paid for, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but yeah, it's a great deal right now. What do you think about that? It only takes 2 to get qualified and get into positive cash flow. And that's for the $10 pool, by the way. So these are signups into the $10 pool.
And then once we have money in our wallet, how do we get it out?
Great question. So inside your wallet is the ability to get in and out of digital currency. Okay. So the wallet that we recommend everybody use is called MetaMask. We're not the creator or founder of MetaMask. That's been around a long time. Let me just show you the wallet here. All right, so this is MetaMask right here. Okay. And you can buy and sell. Buy and sell just means get in and out of paper money.
Okay.
Okay. So you go through a process of, usually it involves attaching a bank account, in most cases, but there's multiple ways to get in and out of digital money. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
May I just add one detail to that question of
please do.
how you pay for those leads? It's paid for in USDT is all I wanted to say, and so and it comes straight out of your wallet, doesn't it? So you'd build up that amount, or you'd put that amount into your wallet in USDT, and then you can purchase those signups. So I just wanted to clarify that.
And that's a great point that you're making, Paul, because one of the things that people are a little skittish about when they hear about, crypto or digital money is they're concerned about the value of that money being attached to something that's going up and down in a wild fashion. USDT is not like that at all. In fact, it's 100% backed by the US dollar. So for every USDT coin that is floating around digitally around the world, there's $1 in a vault, some sort of a vault, securing that as, backing every coin that's in circulation. So the value doesn't go up or down. It just, one USDT coin will always be worth 1 paper dollar regardless. So that concern is washed away. And that's how you receive your funding in pool funding is through USDT. That's how you're making contributions. And it's also how you're paying for the AI to provide you paid signups using USDT.
And if I may just quickly, Ace, I'll tell you, Shelley, us being Canadians, it's actually extremely easy to fund our MetaMask account. I'm blown away. Over the years, I've tried to fund many other exchange platforms and they won't accept our credit card. And it's quite a nightmare. And it's because we get to do e-money transfers as Canadians, it's really simple. It takes 2 seconds to go from the MetaMask and back again. It's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the landscape of digital money, e-money is just another version of digital money, right? It's still digital in the sense it can go from device to device electronically, right? The difference between e-money and crypto is crypto uses cryptography in order to secure the network, so to protect it from hacking or whatever, so that's why it's called cryptocurrency. It's super difficult to hack into any kind of a crypto wallet, right? But on the other hand, we've seen banks, they with the money sitting in there digitally, we have seen from time to time they've been hacked, right? So, I mean, they obviously have billions and billions of dollars to write software to protect it as much as possible. But in a lot of ways, crypto is a superior kind of digital money, even beyond what the banks have developed. Is kind of the point I'm making there. So yeah, so if you're in Canada, you have e-money. So basically, e-money is part of your bank account, right? Is that correct? Yep. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and then just e-money to crypto, and then you end up in USDT, and no worries. And the best
Can I
part
ask-
is it's in your hands the whole time. So you're never the great thing about again, like a MetaMask wallet is that you are 100% in control of that at all times, right? Whereas if you're working with other forms like Visa or like probably just any kind of bank account out there, and you do online banking and whatnot, sometimes they'll to put the stop on a transaction, right? Have you ever experienced that?
Yes,
Yeah. And
all the
so
time.
you don't have control there, do you?
No.
With MetaMask, 100% control. How about that? So money comes in
And
and out of your wallet as you wish, 100%.
and what happens if there is some big blackout, some big something, and we're not able to do our daily contribution? How
Right.
does that work then?
How big are we talking? Because it kind of depends on the answer to that question. What would happen?
Well,
Local to yourself?
everything just shuts down for,
Yeah. So you're talking catastrophic global.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have bigger problems to deal with than making our daily payment. That's the answer to that one. And
Okay.
so
Yeah.
the way I look at it is that we'd have to do a reset. Okay. So
Yeah.
so basically, if there was a complete shutdown, and any length of time, like let's just say one of these big solar flares. People are talking about that a lot, right? So giant solar flare knocks out the grid, and even if it was just half of the world was knocked out, that'd be enough to kind of it would cause us to go into a reset, full funding. So we'd have to pause, wait for everything to get back to normal, and then start back up again, right? But in the sense of a blackout, like you're referring to, eventually you won't be able to charge up an electronic device. It probably won't work anyway, because it won't be able to connect to anything, right? So yeah, other kinds of preparation matter, like your food, water, those kind of things become the key, to getting through a situation like that. But if you have a local blackout, like we just had we were on our generator just a couple of days ago because of a big storm that went through here. And so we do have something called assurance that can protect you, and it makes the payment for you, so you can purchase assurance. On the $10 pool, a unit of assurance is $15. On the $1 pool, it's $1.50. And so it's kind of like just prepaying, right? In case of an emergency comes up, so that you don't get disqualified. Otherwise, you have to go back through a 3-day qualifying period. So to protect you from a localized situation, we have assurance. All right. Well, there we go. So, yeah, anything can happen in this world, right? But we hope a lot of the crazy stuff that we can think about, our imagination or whatever, or some people's predictions. We hope it doesn't, But I guess probably the best wisdom to use here is prepare like the worst is going to happen, but live your life like nothing bad's going to happen. Just live, prepare, but live life, like with the expectation everything's going to be fine, and that's probably the best wisdom I can share with you on that subject. And one of the things we hope to accomplish with pool funding is provide people more of a nest egg. You'd be surprised how many people just are operating with no net, no safety at all, you know.
Hope and a prayer.
Yeah, a hope and a prayer, yeah.
Yeah.
Financially, you know, and you know,
Yeah.
it's amazing how many people fall in that category, even in the West, you know, where you think the economies are strong and you know all that, but there are so many people have just nothing to fall back on. And
Yep.
so our hope is that our message will spread around and say, you can get funding you don't have to pay back. What does that mean? That can get you peace of mind, you know, get you something that you can fall back on in case something terrible happens, even on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Right. Oh, amen. I love it.
yeah. So and this is one of the problems I see in the world is that, you know, most people have been turning to funding that they have to pay back, and then that creates debt, and then what happens when they can't pay it back? And that creates a mess, right? So
They get swallowed. Yep.
yeah. And then even look at large governments like the US, for example. What is the debt clock up to right now? Is it some crazy like 30 trillion already, or you're getting there, right?
Like 37 or something, ain't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's and the idea is debt, which means to pay back, right?
Yeah.
So
Our poor grandkids and kids and grandkids, I feel sorry for them.
yeah. One of the reasons
Yeah.
people love Bitcoin so much is the limited supply. There'll never be more than 21 million coins ever.
Oh, man. And hey, hats off to Bitcoin. God dang, 72 is what I seen today. Woo, what?
Yeah, it's
Very nice.
it's gonna have a breakout or not. You know, if it breaks out above the high, I think the high was about 74.
Oh, okay.
So it's looks like it's got some power to push through that. And you know, my prediction, if it does break out, we'll end up probably somewhere close to 80,000 Bitcoin in a matter of a day or two after a breakout.
Well, that would be awesome for crypto also.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
I'm
crypto,
Bitcoin is, so I'm all for Bitcoin, having breakouts to the upside.
let her grow. Let her grow.
Well,
Uh,
the U.S. national debt right now is at 35.
Woo!
trillion.
Crazy.
Yeah, 35
Yeah.
trillion. So divide
35 trillion, 835,301,900. Well, it just keeps going.
does it, are you looking at the clock? Does it say what they, each citizen is what they, what that breaks down per citizen?
I have to put on my
Ab-
eyeballs here.
above 10 or what?
Above 10, yeah, probably. Let me look here real quick.
I mean,
Well, the student loan debt anyway is over $1 trillion.
yeah, that's crazy too. It's a lot. So
I love
what I hope to accomplish with pool funding is that we pull enough money out of the market so that our members can then pay off their personal debts.
Now the debt per citizen is 106,137, but the debt per taxpayer is 271,888.
Right, because citizens would be little babies, right? And,
Yep.
so
Yep.
but yeah,
wow.
so
Crazy, ain't it?
almost 300,000 per per taxpayer. And how much have you paid in taxes in the last 10 years, right?
Right.
Man.
Anywhere close to that number, so it's a system built on debt doesn't make sense. This is again part of the inspiration behind why pool funding was created in the first place. Is I see where the money's at. Most of it's just sitting idle. Think about it. Think about a bunch of lazy, we'll just say dollars, okay? A bunch of lazy dollars just sitting around doing nothing, right? That's
love it
money
like
in the
that.
market, right?
Yeah,
Well,
they love it.
let's put that money to work. Let's get that money out of the market, bring it back down into the economy where it can circulate, in the M2 supply, and we have velocity of money again. Some people are saying the velocity of money is practically zero right now, and why? It's all idle up there in the market.
The
So
cloud.
the more we support the idea of pool funding, about the idea, like, we know where the money's sitting. You're not going to be able to pull it out by learning to be a trader. Believe me, I've tried that. I've tried teaching it. I've tried doing it, and maybe 1 in 1,000 will figure out how to magically beat the machine on how to get money out of the market. It's just the whole system's rigged so that the money just stays in there, and with only a few winners and most losers, right?
Yep.
So when you look at this on a small scale, all the way up to the larger scale, as the impact, pool funding's on the right track. Let's put our attention on building equity, and not building debt, right? And
Yes.
if we just and if we use tools like AI to build equity, and we give every individual access to the power of AI, then it's all about developing equity, a positive number. Because when I look at debt, I see it as a negative number, So, and then that's how we can kind of reverse things, and it can happen from the ground up instead of from the top down, right? From the people upward. That's the idea. So there's a lot of reasons to be a part of pool funding, and it's just about supporting some good ideas here that have already worked. That people are just even the $10 pool. It has created funding that doesn't have to be paid back, and so the $100 pool, we're hoping to open that once we have 100 of you ready to go. We're almost there. I think we're close, and then things will just start to really get people's attention, because those are much bigger numbers when you add a zero. So we're really hopeful that the AI system that we're putting together an AI agent on our website that's coming soon. I'll be working on training that today. And once it's on the website, you'll be able to talk to the AI and it'll tell you all about pool funding. How about that? And it'd be very persuasive about pool funding. So we're excited about where this is going. So right now, if you could buy a couple of signups for $100, that's a really good deal, a really, really good deal. And but at the same token, let people that surround you know what we're trying to do here, because we're trying to help everyone. All right, I think we're good. I think we've been talking for about almost 45 minutes here, so probably a good point to cut it off and say, hey, great meeting. Thanks for joining and being a part of our opportunity meeting. There's a lot of moving parts to pool funding. We try to simplify it as much as possible, just to get people to understand this is why you should be a part of it. But you can go down little legs of what we're doing, and get into the details, and realize that what we're doing has huge potential. We're already making an impact, and each little component matters. So if you drill down to each component, there's a reason for every component. All right, so what we normally do to finish up our meetings, we like to have everybody unmute, just so that we can see at the end that there was a bunch of people here saying goodbye to each other. So
Get her done.
That's right.
Bye.
Get her done.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye for
you.
now. Thank you all for coming.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Good
Ace. Good
night.
night.
Bye.